On November 7, 2015, the leaders of China and Taiwan came together in the first head of state meeting since the 1949 Communist Revolution. Their complicated split has caused an endless series of problems, the most serious of which is the threat of China annexing Taiwan as its own. So we wanted to know, what would happen if China and Taiwan went to war? Well, it's important to understand why China is set on reunifying with Taiwan. The 1949 revolution forced the standing Chinese government to retreat onto the island of Taiwan, while communist forces took over mainland China, establishing the present-day People's Republic of China. Meanwhile, the retreated government in Taiwan maintained that they were the legitimate government of China. Today, the primary question surrounding Taiwan's future is whether it will establish itself as an independent cultural and political identity from China, or if mainland China will forcefully reunify Taiwan into the People's Republic. This emphasis on reunification is even in China's constitution. It states that Taiwan is part of China, and that all Chinese people have a duty to reunify the two. On the other hand, Taiwan's constitution prohibits changing the country's borders without legislative support and a public referendum. Tensions were flared most recently in 2005, when China passed an anti-secession law, promising to use non-peaceful means to ensure that Taiwan not seek independence. So what would happen if China decided to use those non-peaceful means to forcefully occupy Taiwan and, in their eyes, reclaim it? Well, in terms of pure military alone, to say it is no contest would be an understatement. Taiwan's military ranks about 15th worldwide, on par with Canada. But China has the third most powerful military in the world, with nearly 5 million active troops. Moreover, China blows Taiwan away in their total number of military equipment like ships, planes, and tanks. Perhaps China's biggest advantage is financial, as they spend about 15 times as much as Taiwan on defense, roughly $145 billion a year. But despite China's military superiority, Taiwan may have a secret weapon: the United States. Now, it is important to note that technically, the US does not support Taiwanese independence, but they also oppose further Chinese aggression in the region. When the United States switched allegiances in 1979 from recognizing Taiwan as the legitimate China to recognizing mainland China, they formed a diplomatic agreement with Taiwan. In the Taiwan Relations Act, the US effectively promises to provide military equipment to protect Taiwan, and to date, the US is Taiwan's largest arms supplier. During Barack Obama's term, the US sold Taiwan nearly $20 billion worth of weapons. While there is no direct mutual defense treaty with Taiwan, it would not be uncharacteristic for the US to help Taiwan in the face of unwarranted aggression. Luckily, as evidenced by the recent head of state meeting, relations between Taiwan and China have been improving. Cooperation in transportation, communication, and commerce have brought them closer together, making it considerably less likely that China launches an invasion. And with the uncertainty of American involvement, it would be a risky move. If you want a more in-depth look at the full history behind why Taiwan and China hate each other, check out our video right here.
The Communist Party instituted themselves as the new Chinese government, and the two governments continued their war. The US, NATO, and most Western nations recognized the exiled Taiwanese government as legitimate. Meanwhile, the Soviet bloc and a few other countries recognized the new communist government instead.
Thanks for checking out TestTube News. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure to do so below so you don't miss out on our new videos.